Hello there, the name's Josh, and I'm gonna need to be a bit quieter than normal because it is currently 1 a.m. and my family's trying to sleep. Can't record in the morning because the morning is when this is going up. Hi, I'm recording this like 9 hours ago from when this is being uploaded. How you doing? I asked everyone in my Discord server for ideas for what to speed paint. Basically, give me a request and I'll draw it for you on the channel. Don't need to know the source material beforehand. I'll just try my best. By the way, check out my Discord server. It's in the channel page. Check it out. Sometimes we do stuff there. You get updates on videos, teasers, all that fun stuff. But anyway, here are your responses. Potato, who's been in my videos before, asks Garfield to replace Tom from Tom and Jerry. So, right off the bat, this was kind of difficult for me because, I had to mimic the style and all that and try and get it down exactly. But I felt like I did a pretty good job. Oh yeah, by the way, I'm completely improving all these, so you get perfectly candid Josh stuff, all one take right now. I mess up, I'm keeping it in because, oh well. So yeah, there's Garfield, who's done, and now I move on to Jerry. I originally planned for Jerry to be sort of sneaking up on Garfield here with like a hammer or something ready to smack him, but I realized that was a pose that would be way too hard for me to draw, and plus I don't really remember Jerry acting like that much of a little shit during the show. I haven't watched much of it recently. I was more of a Tom and Jerry kid when I was younger, so I don't really remember if Jerry was that much of a problem starter, as I would have imagined him. Tell me in the comments if Jerry would have snuck up on a lazing Garfield just to start a fight. I'm genuinely interested. But now we've moved on to of course, the line art. Like I had said earlier, it was really hard to get the exact style down, and I think I could have done better, but it's too it's too late to go back now, because yeah, you're watching it. And I went through the phase of putting in the stripes quite a few times, where I'd start and realize there's a better way to do it, or start and realize, oh shoot, this is too thick, too thin. I should try a different brush. No, the first brush was better. You'll see. You'll see. Now we get to this. Here's where, like I was saying, I didn't like that, so I made it thicker, and there we go. And that kind of worked, but I still kind of messed up with the ears and didn't go back to change it because I didn't see what was wrong at the time. Now I know that I should have just made them all completely vertical, but as I said, hindsight's always 20/20. Too late to go back now, But I am proud for how well I mimicked the styles to begin with. How close I got just by looking at one reference each. And now I'm dragging in said references for colors just so I can get it exactly right. I don't want to make any guesses prematurely. Now we throw in the background, which I think this is a background that looks pretty much like any other Garfield comic strip background. Oh, now I mess around with the thickness of the lines a lot, just to see if I can get it closer to that style, but then I eventually sort of settled with something just a bit thicker than normal, but not that noticeable. And this is the finished product. Up next, Beepity Boop asked me to draw the gunslinger from Enter the Gungeon. So, I've played a little bit of Enter the Gungeon. It's a very fun game, but I have not yet unlocked the gunslinger or found the gunslinger. I don't know what purpose he serves. I believe he's a character you can play as. Oh, and here's where I tried to draw just the poncho, but then I decided no, it'll be easier if I actually draw the body first, just so I know how it would work. And of course, first time in a while actually trying to properly draw a gun, and I feel like it came out fairly well, this revolver, this slinger as it's known. And there we go, just like that. all those body lines have been destroyed. And there we go with zooming him in just to make it a bit more better spaced and focused and whatnot, and partially because I didn't want to have to try and figure out how to draw the lines and whatnot and creases for, you know, this. Like I had said before, first time drawing a gun in a while. I've never been that good at drawing guns or revolvers or anything, but I'm proud of how that one came out. Same with this hat. I'm not the best at drawing hats in general, let alone like big wide-brimmed hats, but here it is, and I think it came out pretty well. And now we're doing the coloring. Of course, I took the colors from the reference sprite, but I changed a bunch of them up. I'm gonna try that again. I changed a bunch of them up a bit just to make it better fitting with the rest of it, and I threw in a background that I thought resembled the sort of splash page when you go up to fight a boss, and this is the final product. Now Cam, who's been in a bunch of my videos, slides in with draw yourself as some of your favorite characters. I had a whole bunch of ideas planned, such as like Thor from the Marvel Cinematic Universe, Waluigi, Link from Breath of the Wild, things like that. And Zagreus from Hades is the one that was closest to being in here until he got scrapped due to, you know, posing problems and whatnot and getting it all right. And I felt I wasn't able to do it right, but as you can see, first character, DJ Grooves from Hat in Time, an amazing indie game that I love the hell out of. He's definitely my favorite character from it. And then next character, as you can see here, Obi-Wan from Star Wars. I've recently been trying to get back into watching the Clone Wars. My older brother has been getting me into it because he's a big fan of all of the new Star Wars stuff that's been coming out that isn't the sequel trilogy, and I've been enjoying it a lot. I've always been an Obi-Wan fan. And then we have the one and only Claude Von Regan from Fire Emblem Three Houses. A lot of you won't know him. I started off with this sort of like hello, hi, waving sort of thing, but then I realized I could change it into something a little more brand accurate with the the sign of the golden deer with the antlers up against the head. And of course he's upside down as per the memes. And I had to try and redraw this hand. And yeah, as you can see, I was struggling there a bit. But I finally got it to work, and I just mirrored it over the other one. Move them up a bit more to get it better. But yeah, DJ Grooves is definitely one of my favorite characters, if not my favorite character from Hat in Time. He's just so charismatic and fun, and he's a penguin. How could you not like a penguin? I I definitely prefer him to the conductor. A lot of people like the conductor more, and I can see why, but at the same time, he's just a racist, old, selfish owl dude. He's like Woodstock's problematic uncle that no one invites to family reunions anymore. You know, Woodstock from Peanuts. Oh, and here's a little teaser for what's to come for One Man Undertale the Musical for Snowden, just so I could get the colors I use for, you know, my skin tone, my hair, and my eyes, and throw a little bit of sparkling on that jacket, of course. Now we move on to Obi-Wan. Like I said, Obi-Wan has always been like a favorite character of mine. Hell, back when I first joined Discord, one of my first, if not my first ever, like, profile picture was just a screen cap of Obi-Wan from episode 3, like right before the hello there moment. Because, you know, I didn't really have anything else to use at the time, and, you know, just entered Discord, didn't really know anybody, didn't know what to do, and it's really hard to get that exact color for his jacket without... You're straddling a fine line between making yourself look naked. And now we finally move on to Claude, who I think is just a really fun character. He's funny, he's mischievous, he's just a fun dude. He's super nice. His character and his personality like goes really in depth if you choose his route. And while the other two house leaders in Three Houses, little minor spoilers for those of you who are interested, just skip ahead like 30 seconds if you don't want to get spoiled, but while the other two house leaders are off committing war crimes and whatnot, Claude's just here trying to solve racism, and I think that's very admirable. And of course, House of Memes, that's something I admire about Claude quite a bit. Due to being the fun guy, the funny dude, he's very much alluring to me. And speaking of alluring, damn, Claude is just an attractive dude. He's just a really good-looking guy. And it is a absolute shame that you cannot get a male love ending with him. And now, I realized halfway through this that these three characters kind of all are attributed to the three primary colors, so I kind of made a background for it that signify that, and here's the final product. Romy asks for me to draw Karen from Noel the Mortal Fate. Karen, Charon, I'm not sure how to pronounce it, but whoever they are, they're this rad-ass bird dude in a snazzy suit, so I started off doing that. This is obviously a character that I do not know much about, but I thought that was a fun part of the challenge of just trying my best to make something that, you know, I know nothing about. Based on the references and pictures that I saw of this dude, I assumed that this would be a good pose. Hey, Romy, if you're watching this right now, please just let me know either in the comments or in the Discord server or anything if this was a good pose for Charon. Also, please tell me how to pronounce his name. I think that would be pretty cool. But yeah, I just love the outfit. I love the whole aesthetic of it. Because, you know, I like various layers, and I like drawing various bits of fabric flowing in the wind. So, this was definitely a design that... Oh yeah, here's where I noticed there was more hair that I didn't realize I needed to draw, so I just, really quick, added on there. But I just really like designs where the clothes, there's a whole bunch of opportunities to have some nice flowy bits. So this was definitely a character design that lent itself well to my style and my preferences. I don't know what else to call it. Oh, fun little thing real quick. You see this little, sort of wing chain, little brooch with the little, inverted crosses on it that connects the cloak? I may or may not have forgotten that. But hey, on the bright side, to sort of make up for the fact that I forgot about that, this is, I believe, the only piece to actually get any real shading to go with it, because the way that this dude is designed, I just felt like, this kind of works. It's just a whole bunch of airbrush shading, which I use a lot, and pretty much all the other characters didn't really fit with the airbrush shading style, so I was just like, okay, let's just go ahead and leave it at that with solid color. That, and to save for time and whatnot, to try and get this out as soon as possible, because if you're watching this right now, you already know that this is a whole day later than what I usually release videos on. But as you can see here, a little belt buckle, had some fun with that. And the tail coat, had some fun with that too. And now we get to coloring. As you can see now, as I was talking about with the airbrush shading, it's just, I'm not sure which parts of it were the design and which parts of it were shading, so just to be safe, I went through all of it, and I sort of just turned it all into shading. Oh no, here's where I put in these little wavy bits, these little sigils and lines and swirls and whatnot on this. I wouldn't call this the cape, because the cape is the long flow of it, but the overcoat, the fashion, I don't know what words are that represent what clothes. I just like to draw swooshy things. God. Sorry, voice crack there. I noticed that it was sort of faded out the further it went down, so I sort of just turned on a transparent airbrush and went from the bottom up, and this is the final product. Up next we got Ryan, who's also been in a few of my videos. He asked me to draw Leonard. Based on experience, I know that he means Leonard from Monster Prom. Very fun game if you haven't heard of it. It's multiplayer dating sim. It's really funny. It's just really well made characters, good character designs, really well written. For everyone except Leonard. Leonard is he's this little kappa who's basically a folklore swamp creature that wears a lily pad on his head and whatnot. I need to know more about, you know, different cultures and folklore. But basically, he's a Redditor. That's all you need to know. And I feel like this picture that I drew of him. This picture I drew of him pretty much represents his character well enough. And of course, we have the ever-present Send Nudes t-shirt. Oh yeah, I felt really confident in my ability to draw that sort of patchy neckbeard, because I have that neckbeard. My god, I really need to shave. People who are watching this, if you're in the Discord server, or just in the comments, remind me to shave, please. Just tell me right now, because, like, I'm not gonna remember this in the morning. These pursed duck lips, this bill. Oh, and here's where I spent a really long time getting this font. Yeah, just to get this. I forgot to cut that out, but yeah, I think it adds a bit of charm. Yeah, I used fontmeme.com to get this font written out. Check it out. And of course, grabbing all of the exact colors for the references, and then adding a bit of highlight to that water, give him a shadow, and of course, his famous catchphrase. He's totally said this before. I'm lying, he hasn't said it before, but it's something he would say unironically. And there is Leonard the Kappa. This is the final product. Up next, we got Kay, who asks me to draw a certain moment from a Internet Remix stream. For those of you who don't know, Internet Remix is a subsidiary branch of Man on the Internet, who, hey, if you're watching my videos, hey, wrote Undertale the Musical. I've been doing the one-man thing of. One of their series on Internet Remix is Discord Murder Party. I'm not going to go into all of it right now. All you need to know is that this guy is a chaotic bitch who ruined everything, and he's basically every Tumblr fangirl's dream. This dude is the Onceler on cocaine. God cocaine, though, because he's literally the god of chaos, so... I've been thinking about making a video about Discord Murder Party for a while. Maybe it'll come out sometime in the future. It's nowhere close to completion, because, you know, the series itself isn't anywhere close to completion. Well, it's very close to completion, actually. We're halfway through the last season. I'm just gonna stop talking about that and talk about the art process. Look at those big old noodle fingers. This dude's design was very, very complicated, very complex, you know. Luckily, I didn't have to, you know, draw the full body, because there's a lot of stuff going on. It's a very, very well-lived design. There he is! Now I'm, again, getting the character reference for color. And I originally was going to just spell it out and get a funny font, but then I thought, let's freehand it. Oh, it'd be faster and easier, and easier for you guys to watch. And then, fun little fact, halfway through making this, I had to update my drawing software. And then I got this new UI, as you can see. And you can sort of see the flip back and forth between some of the earlier ones and later ones too. And of course this background of blue and yellow strings in the void with some sparkles in the back. And this is the final product. Adam, who's again been in my videos, asked to draw a setting, maybe from Undertale. So this is the final one of the video, of course, as you can probably see in the timeline and whatnot, that there ain't much time left. So I decided to draw the iconic shot from Waterfall of Undertale, because he said Undertale, so I'll pick from there. The iconic shot where you're walking along through the rain with Monster Kid, and, you know, it's just a nice shot. You can just sit and look at the scenery for a while with the castle in the distance. For this one, I decided to do something different. I wanted to work on my lineless style a bit. Fun little fact, my lineless style, it sucks when I don't add shading to it. I don't know if it sucks or not. You guys can tell me. But please, be honest. I know that I need to work on it a bit, no matter what you say, but hey, with practice makes perfect, and this was certainly some good practice. It took me a while to get the exact color I wanted for that, for the little gradient of blue coming up. And now we're working on the castle. The way I do lineless style is by just having a fuck ton of different, you know, layers, just so that I can get them all on there without having to overlap or anything. And now we're adding in the windows and doors and whatnot. And here's where OBS decided to just completely take a dump with frame rate for some reason. I have no clue why, but hey, whatever happened, it happened, and there's no going back now. But it's still mostly watchable, I hope. And if it's not watchable, then I hope that my voice is making this easier and more entertaining. Now we're working on those windows again. Oh, and we're already on those other windows. And oh, we're seeing how this all works. We're looking at that, and we're adding the steps in here. The steps were to the castle, like that. There we go. And of course, we gotta just add another layer of the blue on top to make it a bit more like that. And then we, of course, get that out of there. We add a bit of a glow. I don't know why I did that, but I certainly did, so it must have been for a reason. Oh, and we completely crash out. Oh wait, we didn't completely crash out. Okay, and then this is just where we get those lights, and this is the final product. Sorry that it sort of completely crashed near the end there, but nice to zoom out. And that was all. Thank you so much for watching, and if you guys want to see me do this shit again, let me know. I'd be happy to. It was really fun to take you guys' suggestions and work on new things, try and challenge myself a bit. Either way, I'll see you next video. Bye-bye.